I fell into I'm going to work my butt off, get to the top of the ladder, and I got very, very good at what I did. And I was in Little Rock and Northwest Arkansas and Tulsa, Oklahoma, and things were happening, revenue was going up. It always looked like I was completely successful because of what we were doing, and I think my income was tied to revenue going up. Each year, more money I made, less happy I was. Anger became an issue. The stress was killing me. But the truth of the matter is, behind the walls, I wasn't all in. I didn't jump into the deep end. The Bible to me was a book of rules, okay? Got to follow all these rules, okay? And I haven't always been a rule follower. I knew I needed to change, and so all this is the next step of God working in me and making sure I'm doing the right places, going the right things, and family needs to be first. My career needs to be third. Family probably needs to be second. God needs to be first. If I put that back in the correct order, I just hope that being involved and seeing where it's going, waking up. The interesting part is he threw me into the deep end. And what I mean by that, I have always believed in Christ and been kind of a believer, but was your typical person trying to make the Bible work around my life and when I wanted it and when I needed to. About 4 years ago, made the big change and said, okay, I'm not putting a toe in the water. I'm jumping into the pool. So Pathway Church has helped me change my life and put me in the right direction. So now I want to make sure that I'm continuing to do the same thing. And I think what the church is trying to do by setting up these other campuses, I kind of want to stay on this side and help people that are in these jails. For me personally, it's been an incredible experience. I can't envision not doing it now. I've got a lot to learn, but it also gives me the opportunity to see how fortunate my life is right now. I tell each of these guys when they tell us, hey, I think I'm going to get out. Now, where's your church at? We get asked that every week, and I tell them, I said, you call the church and tell them you want to talk to Pastor Todd and that you've been in the county jail, and he'll get you my phone number. And we're going to have people meet you here. But I tell them, don't let that building cause you any problems to walk in, because there's nobody judging you, and all of us have had issues in our life that are every bit as bad as what you're going through. But I think going to the streets, isn't that what Jesus did? Isn't that what Paul did? Isn't that what, and they weren't trying to take the upper middle class from the other church to their church back in those times. They were going to the people on the streets, and I think that's what we need to do. And man, it just becomes part of who you are. I mean, it just, once you go down and you meet the kids, and it just becomes part of who you are. You're helping other people. You're making the community better. But if we could expand this and hit that, then we'd have, the Hutchinson Prison, and that group's doing a great job, with what the group over at the Work Release Program. And then if we could hit both of these, I think that'd be quite an accomplishment. And maybe it spreads out after there too. Who knows? But I think when people show up, they'll say, man, God will talk to them and say, hey, I need to be part of this. But my point being is, I found when you're living the life Christ wants you to live to, those aren't rules, because you're never even close to breaking them anymore. Does that make sense? And so I'm hoping that the faith and being involved just continues me down this role, and maybe I can change a few lives too.